Final recap after this.
Contest. Anybody would be considered maybe having a little easier time of it. It would be the New York Islanders in their quarterfinal series against the Chicago Blackhawks. And there is a little bit of pressure therein as far as the Islanders are concerned, since they finished as the #1 team overall in the NHL this year. They are expected to win this series against the Chicago Blackhawks, who have the worst record of any team alive in the playoffs. They won their Smythe division, but it is certainly not a difficult division to be playing in the National Hockey League, whereas the Islanders probably played in the most difficult division. The Islanders, I don't think, are too concerned about where the pressure happens to lie. They are most interested, obviously, in winning not only tonight, but this series against the Blackhawks, and then bring on the rest. Whoever is ready or whoever is left in the final struggle, the Islanders want them and want them badly, and especially to get into the finals and hopefully against the Montreal Canadiens so they can prove their point. They not only finished the regular season as the #1 team in the NHL, but in truth actually are, so they can carry that Stanley Cup around the ice at the Nassau Coliseum. The Islanders certainly the most formidable team in the NHL this year on their home ice. In 40 games played here at the Coliseum, the Islanders lost only 3 in regular season. And interestingly enough, this is one of the teams they had the most difficulty with during the regular season, winning 3 of the 5 games played and losing 2. And, of course, that last meeting, which was won by the Blackhawks in Chicago with different personnel than they had in the previous 4 other meetings, due to that particular trade with the Atlanta Hawks. And a couple of the players will be starting in tonight's game, as we mentioned. Stan Fischler and Steve Alpert will be along with the play-by-play. Our first between-period guest in tonight's broadcast will be the hockey great Bobby Orr, so be listening for that. Up next, our national anthem. Net, and it's picked up by Lewis. Lewis throws it ahead to Kazicki. Kazicki brings it up to center ice. Stick handles with the puck, losing on a poke check to O'Connell. Picked up by Mulvey. Checked by Nystrom as the puck comes to the left of Esposito now. In hot pursuit of the puck is Nystrom, tying Dave Logan up. Logan spun off the play by Nystrom. Bourne goes in after it along the corner. Here's Nystrom with the free. Nystrom digging hard over to Bourne, over to Merrick. Merrick, he shoots, and it's knocked down in front by Esposito. A scramble in front of it, clear to the corner. Bourne whacks it out of the far point to Lormer. Keeps it in. Lormer shoots. Oh! Into
Kazicki, Steve. Very hard to tell from that scramble.
Number 11, Wayne Merrick.
Wayne Merrick got it. Wayne Merrick got the goal.
Merrick from Lorimer and Bourne. Back come the Islanders, and Esposito again has to be equal to the task. The time of the goal, 2:29.
Dennis Potvin came right back and put a stinger on Tony Esposito. He had him handcuffed, but Esposito made the save. That goal was started by Bob Lorimer on the right point.
For Price. Price watched by O'Connell, takes it to the far corner, comes in behind the net. He's crunched. Price and O'Connell both go down to the ice. Then Lord Hennigan stops the Jackie is coming up against the Blackhawks. There's a break in the action with 16-16 to go in the first period of the score. Islanders 1, Blackhawks nothing. Through for Bossy, takes a shot on the run. That goes offside against the Islanders. They'll bring it back. 15:09 to go in this first period. Islanders on top, 1-0.
Steve, we're seeing physical hockey right off the bat on that last exchange. It was Brian Trottier coming very hard against Mike O'Connell in deep Chicago territory, and right after that there was another exchange. The linesman intervened. Still 4 skaters apiece.
The Islanders won the regular season duel 3-2 against the Blackhawks. But this is the new season, the playoffs. 45 seconds to go on the penalty to Lysiak, 1:22 on Pearson. 14:50 to go in period number 1. Islanders on top 1-0 as Bob Murray brings it across the Islander line and throws it into the near corner. Gets away from Lewis. A shot by Murray is blocked by Trottier. Races up to the red line. He's being held by Murray. And a penalty is coming up on the Blackhawks. Trottier over to Bossy. He shoots. It's blocked by Kerr. Taken by Tonelli. Back over to Bossy. He shoots. Oh, and it's wide on a Sizzler. Comes around with the near point now. And it's touched by Bordelot of Chicago. And a penalty is coming up against the Blackhawks. 14:33 to go in the first period with the score. The Islanders 1. The Blackhawks nothing. So the New York Islanders now will have a man advantage.
Steve, on that last play, Trottier was carrying the puck out along the left boards. He nearly had a break. Murray brought him down. Murray's in the penalty box. Lysiak is in the penalty box for Chicago. And Stephen Pearson in the box for the Islanders. Now, the Lysiak will be out in 17 seconds. Pearson will be out in 57 seconds. And Murray, of course, is just beginning his 2-minute penalty.
And that is for hooking at 5:27. Face-off in the Forehand is tied up by Pat Ribble. It's kept in by Pearson in the far corner to Bourne. Behind the net to Merrick. Over to Nystrom, backhander, and a save by Esposito. Nystrom gets it back to Potvin at the left point. Goes rink wide for Pearson at the right point. And a pretty steal there by the Blackhawks, John Marks, who throws the puck down to the Islanders' zone. Rest out of the net to stop it for Pearson. Rounds the goal. Here comes Pearson generating the red line, and he unleashes the puck, comes around behind the Chicago goal, around to the near side of the point to Potvin. Potvin shakes it loose, but it's picked up by Kerr. Here's a 2-on-1. Bordelot and Kerr with Pearson back. Here's Bordelot. He shoots, save. Rebound, Kerr, he scores! The rebound from Chico Resch came right out to the stick of Reggie Kerr, and Kerr blasted it into the net, ties it 1-1.
Reggie Kerr making a good play there, intercepting the breakout pass, and it was a 2-on-1, and Kerr was right there to get the rebound. The save was made by Resch, but he couldn't control the rebound, and there was a lot of room for Kerr, and he put it right down the middle, about 2 feet high, and we have a 1-1 hockey game.
Kerr from Bordelot at 7:30 of period 1. Tied at 1-1. From the face-off, Kerr with another shot. Chico about 10 feet out of the net. Deflected it off his shoulder into the crowd. So Reggie Kerr really hounding Chico Resch here in the last minute.
Now, Steve, Reggie Kerr does not look like your typical hockey player. He's quite a bit bald, and he's not on the big side, but he's very pesky. He's a good skater, and as we
wrap that series up. Face-off to the left of Esposito.
Forechecking extremely well, forcing the Islander defense into mistakes. It's going to be very interesting to see how the Islanders strategize against this.
In the first period, one of the fastest skaters in the National Hockey League. Lysiak against Resch. Here comes Trottier to Westball. Across the red line, and he flings it into the left corner in the Chicago zone. Out it comes to the point to Lewis. Plays it off the left boards to Trottier. Angles away from Coral. Centers it for Bossy. Tripped up by Mark. No call. Here's Pearson pass to... Islanders take the 2-1 lead. Mike Bossy finally comes through late in the first period after being dumped. Berkey was tripped. There was no call on the play. The Islanders kept it in. Pearson behind the net. And all of a sudden it came right out, and Bossy put it in the open left corner.
Number 27, John Tonelli, and number 19, Brian Trottier. 1841.
Bossy from Tonelli and Trottier at 1841. Bossy with good second effort after he was dumped on the previous play. 1:10 to go. Islanders take the 2-1 lead. Play in the deep Chicago zone. Here's Michael Connell makes the touch. They're going to call icing on the Islanders.
John Tonelli made that beautiful pass out, Steve. The Islanders were pressing the Blackhawks at the time. Originally, Westfall was on the ice to take the face-off in deep Islander zone, and as soon as the Islanders counterattacked, Westfall came off. Bossy came on. The Islanders put on the pressure. Bossy was brought down. He got to his feet and put it in the open net after taking that pass from Tonelli.
Gillies and Philipov, two very huge men. Philipov, 6'3". Gillies is 6'3" as well. Hot fans going on.
2 minutes for elbowing. Time in the penalty is 19:17. Potvin, 2 for elbowing, 19:17.
Potvin cleaned Kerr along the boards. It looked more like a charge than an elbow, whatever. Potvin is in the penalty box for 2 minutes. The Blackhawk power play will have 43 seconds in the first period before time elapses.
Face off, top of the circle to the left of Chico. Westfall against Kerr. Power play for the Blackhawks. They look to tie it up here. And the puck cleared down to the Chicago zone. John Marks back to get it. Watched by Bourne. Puts it over to Murray, being hawked by Bourne in front of the Blackhawk goal. Here's John Marks taking up to the red line. Flings it up on right wing to Mulvey. Mulvey comes into the corner. He's hammered. Put to the ice by Dave Lewis. Back to the point of Philipov. Oh, a hard one. It goes wide. Comes around now for Mulvey. Plays it over to the far corner. Taken by Kerr. Kerr behind the net to Philipov into the left corner. Watched by Lewis. Philipov puts it all the way across the front of the goal. Back it comes for Marks for the shot that's blocked. Goes into the far corner to Philipov. Centering pass to Murray. Just before he got the shot off, the buzzer sounded. So the teams head for the dressing room. That's the end of the first period with the score. The Islanders 2, the Blackhawks 1. Bossy, back to point. A shot by Lorimer goes astray. And Higgins picks it up along the far board, slips it ahead for Kerr, and Kerr takes it in across the Islander line, cuts to his left. He is triple teamed there and couldn't get anything going. Comes into the corner now for Potvin, and Potvin ahead for Bossy. Nice move to get away from Lysiak. Picks up speed up the red line. Tonelli on the left wing. A long shot. Save by rebound with Potvin.
A very odd goal, but the Islanders will take it. Esposito fielded that puck, moved it right out in front, and he was way out of position. Trottier took the puck on a bounce and got a weird shot. The Blackhawk defense tried to cover up, but they couldn't, and the Islanders get their third goal and now take a 3-1 lead. Brian Trottier, his first goal of the game. The others by Merrick and Bossy.
Islanders goal is first in the playoffs. Number 19, Brian Trottier.
So Brian Trottier, who scored 47 goals and 87 assists to lead the NHL in scoring, scores his first playoff goal from Tonelli and Potvin at 2:27. 3-1 Islanders here in period number 2.
Westfall and Bob Bourne to kill the power play rather than Lorne Henning.
Well, they were successful on the last one. That overlapped to the second, the penalty to Potvin. Play in deep Islander ice. Tim Higgins plays it off the boards. An errant pass intended for Shaky Walton that goes all the way back to the red line.
And Bully then snaps into the Islanders' zone once again as Lorimer goes back to get it. Gets it away from Bully. Bully recaptures, poked aside by Chico. Bully recovers in the corner on the left side. Plays it off the boards to Walton at the point. Walton watched by Westfall. Dumps it back in behind the net. Bully is checked by Lorimer. It's stolen now by Mulvey. Or rather, Lysiak. Lysiak in the corner. He's checked by Potvin. Potvin and Lysiak combined. Out it comes now for O'Connell. A long, hard shot is blocked by his teammate Higgins. Westfall with the outlet pass to Bourne. He's got Potvin on the left. Throws it into the Chicago zone, but O'Connell is back to break it up. Here's O'Connell behind the net. 14:35 to go in the second. Islanders lead at 3-1. A minute 6 left on the Billy Harris penalty. Red line, Walton. Walton in across the line with a hard shot. Lorimer blocks it and clears a backhander down to the Chicago zone. Comes to the corner on the right side for O'Connell. Mike O'Connell rounds the net. Islanders make changes now. Here comes Lauren Henning and Stephen Pearson out there with Dave Lewis and Eddie Westfall to kill the penalty. Filippov in pursuit with Lewis deep in the Islanders zone. They come into the corner and twirl each other around. Picked up by Walton. Centering pass and a shot by Higgins. It's taken away by the Islanders. Here's Westfall to the red line. Westfall crisscrossing with Lauren Henning. Takes it around Walton. Beautiful move by Westfall, but Henning was ahead of the play and offside. That puck sticking to the blade of Westfall stick like a magnet on that last sequence. 33 seconds left on the Islander penalty.
Well, Chicago has not scored, but they certainly have threatened Steve Glenresh getting some effective help from his defensemen. It's interesting how Islander coach Al Arbor is mixing up his penalty killers. Now he has Henning reunited with Westfall. He's been using Vaughn with Westfall.
Harris's penalty time winding down. 25 seconds play in the Islanders zone. Lewis takes a golf shot and it goes the length of the ice. Comes behind the Chicago net. Tony Esposito stops it for John Marks. Marks plays it ahead too long for Reggie Kerr, and it's gobbled up by Pearson. Pearson plays it back into Blackhawk territory. 7 seconds left on the Harris penalty. Here's Bob Murray to the right of his net. Murray linked wide off the left wing to Filippov. Penalty is over now on Harris. Centering, intercepted now by Potvin at the Islander line, and he clears the puck down ice. Comes back into the Islander zone. Pearson's got it, being chased by Mulvey, losing to Filippov. Out it comes now to Murray. He shoots. He scored. A low line drive by Bob Murray. A wrist shot and a beautiful drive, and it's 3-2 Islanders.
Steve, that was a giveaway by Stephen Pearson. The Islanders lost control. The puck came right out to the right face-off circle to Murray, and Murray put it in the left corner, capitalizing on the Islander mistake. The penalty had been expired.
The time of the goal was 6:46. Murray Filippov at 6:46.
Right from the top of the circle to the left of Chico, a long wrist shot by Bob Murray, his first of the playoffs at 6:46 from Harold Filippov. 3-2. The lead is cut to one. Fosse centering it now for Tonelli, a backhander, and it's broken up by the defense. Pat Ribble got a piece of it, comes into the corner now. Tonelli works hard for the puck. Comes back to the point. Lorimer, a shot and a stick save by Esposito. Fosse in after it along with number 18, Greg Fox, and the puck comes rolling down into the Islander zone. Lorimer's got it there with Alain Daig, and it comes up in the air. It's brought down by the glove of Cliff Coral. It's going to be ruled offside.
What a rout in Boston. The Bruins now leading Pittsburgh Penguins 6-1, and that's only in the second period.
Well, the Bruins have been waiting. Patience paying off. Tonelli throws it into the corner now in the Chicago zone. The puck comes cleared out to the red line. Dennis Potvin picks it up, cuts to his left, and across the Chicago line. A shot is blocked by Greg Fox. It goes over to Trottier in the corner. He shovels for Fosse. Throws it in behind the Chicago net. Greg Fox winds it around the boards for Daig. And here's Alain Daig up to the red line. He is crunched by Tonelli and Lorimer back to Coral. Coral with a drive over the crossbar, way up too high. And the puck picked up by Lorimer. Islanders break out now. A pass for Trottier at the red line, broken up by Ribble. Picked up by Lorimer, backhands it into the Chicago zone. Bursting through is Lorimer. Lorimer coming around Daig, takes it back into the corner, feeds it out at the point to Lewis. He winds, he shoots. Oh, and a great save by Esposito. Got a piece of it with a stick. Goes after the rebound in the corner with Ribble. Gets it out of the right point to Lorimer. He winds. He shoots. Blocked by Esposito. Juggles the puck and holds on to his glove.
Philadelphia, it's now Rangers 2, Flyers 1. Bob Kelly scoring for the Flyers, and the Toronto Maple Leafs leading Montreal 1-0 on Lanny McDonald's goal.
Esposito, Trottier against Daig. 8:05 to go in the second. Islanders lead it 3-2. John D'Amico drops the puck from the draw. Bossy had the puck, couldn't get the shot off. He was handcuffed, comes back to the side. Tonelli crawling along the boards of the ice, trying to get the puck, gets it over to Trottier. Trottier is sandwiched behind the net. Tonelli is right back. He crunches into John Marks, and they hold it in for a face-off. Now Ribble drops on the glove, and he is tied up by Trottier. John Tonelli getting a hand. Tremendous persistence on the part of Tonelli. Relentless pursuit of that hockey puck.
Marks put a hammerlock on Tonelli and managed to get his helmet off, but Tonelli showed his effectiveness once again along the boards. He just will not be daunted. He plays a very hard and clean game, and that time he just burrowed along, and finally Marks grabbed him around the head with his left arm, and that put a stop to the play. So the Islanders come out of it with a face-off in deep Chicago zone. They are leading the Blackhawks 3-2, and we have 7:48 left in the second period. The Blackhawks have been using John Marks as the shadow for Mike Bossy.
John Tonelli.
The Blackhawks have been using John Marks as the shadow for Mike Bossy.
John Tonelli never gets tired, it seems. Tireless worker, face off the left of Esposito. It'll be Trottier now taking the draw with Coro. John D'Amico drops the puck. Back to Bossy. Quick drive is wide to the right of Esposito. Rebound comes all the way out to the far point to Potvin. Potvin in front. Tonelli all alone. Shot it wide. A whistle by Brian Lewis. And again the sticks go up high. A flurry in front of the Chicago goal. John Marks and Mike Bossy are tied up behind the net. A pilot behind the cage now. Dave and Trottier are in a bear hug.
Well, the idea is for Marks to get Bossy out of the game, and Marks looked like he was pulling the same thing that Ben Wilson of the Flyers pulled earlier in the season. You take a whack at a guy and you assume that he's going to whack back, and you get him off. And let's see how referee Brian Lewis handles this.
And Dennis Potvin is really angry right now as he has words with linesman John D'Amico. Potvin immediately went to the rescue of Bossy, trying to protect the Islanders' big goal scorer.
Well, it looks like Tonelli is going, Trottier is going off for the Islanders, and O'Connell for the Blackhawks, which is a pretty good trade for the Blackhawks.
Penalty number 14, Mike O'Connell, 2 minutes for roughing. Time in the penalty, 12:20. Islanders, penalty number 19, Brian Trottier, 2 minutes for roughing. Time in the penalty, 12:20. O'Connell and Trottier, 2 each for roughing at 12:20.
Stick, he could have got 2 minutes for slashing on that one, and then he charged him, which was the roughing penalty. So the Islanders will have a 4-skater to 3 advantage now. Bossy and Vaughan will be up front. Pearson and Dennis Potvin will be working the blue lines. We'll see who the Blackhawks use on the play. Referee Lewis warning Bob Beaufort that he better get his men in position, otherwise they'll get another 2-minute penalty.
They certainly are taking their very time right now.
In 18 seconds.
It is a 4-on-3 advantage. Wayne Merrick getting ready to take the face-off against Grant Mulvey, who takes a shot on goal right off the bat. Now here comes Pearson. Moving along out of his own zone, takes it up the red line, and he sends one into the far corner. And Merrick charging in, took a shot on goal from a tough angle, and it came off Esposito's stick into the left corner now. They tie it up for a face-off. Fox is there with Merrick. So we'll have a draw to the left side of Tony Esposito. Islanders with a 4-on-3 advantage. Bordelot on a steal, lost his footing at the red line, picked up by Potvin. Chicago blue line. Sends it back to Bossy. Islanders now trying to work it around. Cross ice to Pearson. He shoots. Saved by Esposito. It's taken by Gillies. Takes it to the far corner. Watched by Murray. Gillies back out to Pearson. Into the far corner to Potvin. Potvin taking it out to the far point. Cross ice to Bossy. He shoots. He scores!
Assisted by number 5, Dennis Potvin, and number 7, Stephen Pearson. The time of the goal, 14:25. Bossy is second from Potvin and Pearson at 14:25.
So the Islanders, for the second time tonight, take the 2-goal lead. Bossy's second of the night from Potvin and Pearson at 14:25. Trottier and O'Connell had just come out of the penalty box seconds before the goal was scored. The right wing for Gillies. Gillies to Lewis. Lewis at the red line. Throws it in with 5 seconds left. Here comes Harris coming in on goal, but he couldn't get a shot off. He's checked by Ribble as the buzzer sounds. Now, after the buzzer, a fight between Kerr and Gillies. Kerr and Gillies with a pile up behind that Chicago goal off to the right. Now, both benches emptying as they were heading into the dressing room. Reggie Kerr and Mike and Bob Gillies. The initial antagonist, well, the period ended as Billy Harris came surging in on Esposito. Harris couldn't get a shot off as he was checked by Ribble. Then all of a sudden, out of the clear blue sky, Gillies started going at it with Kerr, and the fireworks began. Both benches were heading to the dressing rooms as the buzzer sounded. Then they detoured to that scene of the fight. And things have simmered down now. But not before Bob Nystrom had some words with Harold Filipov. So now they're just milling around on the ice, picking up their gear as gloves and sticks were strewn all over the ice. And I think it is to our better judgment to hold it here for a moment until the teams completely separate to their dressing rooms. They're still kind of milling around, eyeing one another. And now finally, the two teams go back to their respective locker rooms. So that's it. That's the end of 2 periods here at the Nassau Coliseum with the score. The New York Islanders 4, the Chicago Blackhawks 2. Bob Lorber now takes the puck to the neutral zone over to Tonelli. Tonelli accelerating across the scarlet line. Sweeps it back for Bossy.
The short side, not much room on that left side, but Potvin put it in. It's 5-2 Islanders.
Assisted by number 22, Mike Bossy, and number 27, John Tonelli.
Bossy and Tonelli setting up the goal for Potvin, his first of the playoffs. 5-2. Here comes Bossy. Bossy with a shot. No mustard behind it. It comes Bossy on the left wing. He shoots. He Bossy as he caught the long side. Really a tremendous shot by Mike Bossy, who makes it 6-2 Islanders. And the hat comes screaming onto the ice.
What a play! What a play! Bossy coming down, 2-on-1 with Trottier. Now he could have passed. He kept using Trottier as a deep. And when he got to the outside of the left face-off circle, He let the shot go, and it caught the inside of the right post. So it's a hat trick for Mike Bossy, and the Islanders now lead 6-2.
Assisted by number 3, Pat Price, and the time of the goal, 15:27. Bossy, his third goal, the playoffs from Price, 15:27, the time of the goal.
Mike Bossy just picks up where he left off. 69 goals during the regular season to lead the National Hockey League in that category. And he has scored his third goal of the playoffs to make it 6-2. Pat Price assisting at 15:27. What a story. Young Mike Bossy.
Steve, throughout the game, the Blackhawks have been trying to neutralize Bossy. They've been bopping him and tripping him at every turn, but Bossy showed on that last play that he's a tough guy to neutralize. He got that puck, moved over the blue line, took a look at Trottier, faked a pass with his head more than anything, and just fired it inside the right post. And I don't know whether Esposito expected a pass or not, but whatever. Bossy beat him cleanly, and the crowd is chanting, "We're number one." And the fact of the matter is, they are number one. They finished with the best record in the league, and after a rather cautious start, they've opened up this game, and they now are leading 6-2, despite the valiant efforts of Tony Esposito in the nets for Chicago. Nets for Chicago. Nets for Chicago. Nets for Chicago.